help me, help me. This fucking Yakuza guy's gonna kill me. Look at this dark alley here. I'm in Shibuya, in like this downtown. It's kind of like a nightlife, like red light district area. Whenever you see a bunch of love hotels, you can see the love hotels because they have different prices on them. It's when you know that you're in like a kind of a shady area. But naturally, right now it's only like 8 p.m., so there are plenty of people just out like eating and drinking. But after it passes midnight, it gets like kind of sketchy around here. And there's like these restaurants, right, bars, and then there's like love hotels that way. And one night I was about to go into this hotel with this girl, and fucking right as we were walking, this hotel right here, this hotel right here, all right, right here, Hotel Onyx Dogenzaka. Dogenzaka is like I said, the nightlife area. This not even nightlife, just like the sketchy kind of like red light district area maybe of Shibuya. We were about to walk in here, walk up these stairs, and I heard someone saying, help me, this guy's gonna kill me. Ah. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, do you hear that? And she's like, what is that? We like look around, and then all the way back here in this dark alley, all the way at the end of it, I like see some movement and shit. And I walk over this way, and there's a dude. There's two dudes actually, fucking crammed at the back of this like little dark alley right here, all the way in back. And with his back toward me was a Japanese dude in a suit, like dressed really nice. He had one of those earpieces in. Like if you ever see like Japanese dudes working in nightlife, some people will say like, oh, those people are all like associated with the Yakuza, which I'm sure not all of them are, but like maybe some of them are. They like, kind of run the nightlife shit, and they're trying to get people into their bars or their nightclubs, or could be even like prostitution type stuff. They always have like earpieces in, which I don't know who they're talking to, probably some people inside or whatever. But there's a guy like that, he had an earpiece and he was dressed super nice, a Japanese dude, and he was holding this guy up to the back of this alley here. He's holding him up like this. And there was a white dude, and he was screaming like, help me, please don't go, help me. And I was like, oh shit. And just how I am, just my personality, I don't know if it's me being American or what, but if I see someone in trouble, like I can't leave them. Like I feel like I have to get involved, even if it's not my problem, which is oftentimes a bad thing. So I was like, oh shit, we gotta help this guy. And this girl was like, yamete. She's like, yameo, iko. She's like, let's go, let's get out of here, quick. And I was like, no, like this dude's in fucking trouble. Like holy shit, we gotta go help this guy. And I come over there, and I was like, what's wrong? And he's like, I didn't do anything. This guy's just, he's holding me back here. He's gonna kill me. He's gonna beat my ass. He's like, I don't know what he's saying. And this Yakuza guy too, like I don't fucking, he yelled some shit at me. I don't even know what he said, because at the time, this is over a year ago, my Japanese wasn't that great still. And also like, if you know anything about Japanese, like older men sometimes, and like if you're like bitching somebody out, or if it, like Yakuza, they like speak with this kind of like different form of Japanese. At least the pronunciation is different, and they like roll their R's and shit. They'll be like, damare ora. Like, you know, like they like roll their R's and shit. And anyways, this guy yelled some shit, and I didn't have no fucking idea what this Japanese dude was saying. I suppose I could have asked the girl I was with, because she was Japanese and she didn't speak any English, but he yelled some shit at me, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck this dude's saying. Like I'm gonna help this dude. Like I see a fellow white man in trouble, need to help him. No, I'm just kidding. That's actually a terrible rule to live by, because so many like foreigners and white people come out here to Japan and do dumbass shit, like just do dumb things. But still, I see a dude in trouble. I'm like, what could he have possibly done to deserve this guy? Like, legit, like, he wasn't punching him, but he had him, like I said, he had him held up, like, grabbing him by his shirt, like, pushed to the back of this alley back there, and this guy was saying, like, he's gonna fucking kill me. And I was like, yeah, like, he's not gonna do shit. Like, we're still, like, in a relatively crowded area of Shibuya, you know? And then I got a little closer, and I was like, yo, like, I was gonna grab I'm a dumbass looking back, but I was gonna grab the Japanese dude and, like, pull him off and be like, yo, like, leave this dude alone, let him go or whatever. But then as soon as I started doing that, I realized, like, I don't know what this guy did. I'm sure he didn't do anything too bad, but I don't know what he did. It's not really my business. And additionally, as soon as I started getting close, this white dude, he started saying, like saying more. He's like, I didn't do anything. And then, like, the way he was talking, I realized he was slurring his words. And then I found out that, like, I realized that he was drunk. Like, he was drunk as fuck. And I was like, oh, okay, so he's drunk as shit. So A, he probably could be lying. B, maybe he did something fucking really stupid. he probably is a dumbass. So then I was like, oh shit, like, you know what? Sorry, dude. Like, you seem drunk as hell. And he's like, I'm not. And I was like, yeah, bro, you're drunk as hell. And I was like, all right, well, I hope everything works out. But you ever seen that meme where it's like, I think it's a kid like doing like a peace sign or whatever, and then he like slowly disappears? That's what I felt like, literally, because he could see me walking into this hotel with this girl, and the girl's like pulling on my arm. She's like, and she's like pulling on my arm to like go into this hotel over here. And literally, I'm like waving to the guy. I'm like, all right, like, sorry, but good luck with that, bro. Hope everything works out. As I like go into the hotel, he's like, bro, you're just trying to get a nut right now. He's like, I'm gonna die. Like, this Yakuza guy is gonna kill me. I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if this guy's actually Yakuza or whatever, but it was definitely a shady, like, sketchy situation. And I've heard many stories of foreigners getting involved in things here, or getting like maybe like fights started with them. I'm sure not by other Japanese people, because like Japanese people usually don't like do stuff like, they're not usually aggressive. But I have heard of like foreigners getting into fights here or something, and even if it's not their fault or they're not the one that started it, they get in trouble and they get like deported, or there's like a supposedly like a 90+% conviction rate or something like that for foreigners getting in trouble here. So yeah, just at least from what I've heard, I haven't even done the research, so you guys can look it up yourselves. I would recommend against getting involved in shit that is sketchy, if you can avoid it. If you can avoid it. So like there was another time that I was in Shinjuku Station, and there's this really big Japanese dude like yanking around this other Asian dude, like yanking him by the shirt, like dragging him around and shit, like almost like dragging him across the floor and like yelling at him, and like I think he was like smacking the back of his head, and I was like, oh shit. And like I said, just like my dumbass personality, like I want to get involved and be like, yo, this big dude should not be beating up on this little dude, like what the fuck, dude. So I started walking over toward him. I was gonna like try to like be the peacekeeper like a dumbass, and then I heard him say like, oh, you stole my shit, like you stole my shit. And I was like, oh wow, so like maybe this guy stole something. And then I was at the same, like I had that epiphany again where I was like, why am I trying to get involved in this? I don't even know what's going on. Maybe like this dude deserves a beating. But anyways, I saw that going down. I was about to get involved, and the cops came up right at the same time. So yeah. And then even like 2 weeks ago, dude, I was in Shinjuku, and this girl was like screaming, and this dude was legit dragging her around, just like the guy was doing to that guy in the train station. This guy was like yanking her around and shit, and like trying to get her into this car, and she was like, she wasn't screaming, but she was like, and he was like yanking her into this car. And that was another thing where I was like, yo, I'm gonna get involved in this. And I was with my Japanese friend at the time, and they were like, do not get involved in that. That is not your business. Oh, and it bugs me so much. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's the American in me or what, but like when I see a problem happening, when I see something that I at least perceive as injustice, like I said, maybe this is not a good thing about me, but I feel like I want to get involved, and I want to like stop whatever is going on. Like I don't care if it's not my problem. Like injustice should not be, justice must be served when I'm present, you know? Which, like I said, maybe that's a really dumb mindset to have, but that's just how I feel sometimes. And but yeah, like so many people have told me, if you're a foreigner, like do whatever you can to avoid conflict. Even if someone like tries to start a fight with you, just avoid. Just the best thing you can do is avoid, because even if you are completely doing self-defense, if you are just defending yourself, you are still going to get in trouble for something. At least that's what people say. So yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe you guys have similar stories. If you do, comment them down below. If anyone's been to Japan or live in Japan, and maybe you've gotten involved in some shit and it wasn't your fault to begin with, or you weren't the one that started it, and then you've gotten in trouble for it, or at least you've heard stories from people, let me know. Say it in the comments. But I would say definitely be careful of that type of shit. I mean, is anyone else like that too? Like you see something going on, you need to get involved. I don't know. Is that like a Karen trait of mine? Whatever. At least if I was in the States, I would be serving justice. But here it kind of sucks because you have to like duck your head. I mean, the Japanese people do it too. Like it's not just because I'm a foreigner, but like since that is the culture, like I have to adhere to that. Just another thing. Just another thing that's a little frustrating, you know, living here. But like I said, I don't want Japan to change. Of course, Japan is awesome. I love Japan for what it is. If Japan changed to be exactly how I wanted it to be, it would be more like America or something like that, you know? But I love Japan for what it is. It's funny because sometimes like when I say like, oh, this is difficult, like I live in Japan and this thing is difficult or this is different, people are always like, why does this guy want Japan to change for him? Just because you moved to that country from your own country doesn't mean a country should change for you. I don't want Japan to change. I think Japan is perfect how it is. If there's a problem, if I don't like it that much, I'm gonna go home. Like, that's just how it is. So, I will go home. I'm not gonna live here forever. So, yeah. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate all the support lately. My name is Yungjamez, YUNGJAMEZ. Send me a message on Instagram. Like I said, bro, they're all love hotels. This whole area, Dogenzaka, it's all love hotels. Anyways, send me a message on Instagram. If you guys want to join my Discord, send me $5. Hit me up, guys. Send me $5 on PayPal. Don't forget to add your Discord username in the chat, right? Right. Regardless, peace out. Thanks for watching. Yo.